Green. Oh, I guess I can let my shirt down. Greetings, greetings. I am here today to talk about Forex. Um, I've been off the scene for a while. I know you all are probably wondering where I've been. I have been off in my studies. Y'all know how I do. I go off and get the information and I bring it back. And so today, we'll talk a little bit about what I've been doing, which is in my little study hole. So today we're going to talk about Forex. I know that you all probably have been hearing about it. Somebody's probably been reaching out to you about it. Just on and on and on. I'll probably reach out to you about it. Forex is the foreign exchange market, and what you're doing on Forex is trading different nations' currencies. So we'll start there. And I do have my notebook. I've been taking notes. And so a lot of people, us, think it's a scam. And so I want to be the first to tell you, y'all know y'all been with me now for over 6 years. I don't bring forth scams. Trading is a skill. A lot of people have been trading for generations, teaching their children to trade, and therefore they never have to go out and apply for a job, exchanging their time for money. Um, and with the fear or the anxiety that they may not get the job or they're going to be rejected, or for me personally, being that I've always been a naturalist, going out, and I remember the last job I applied for, it was a teaching position with Paul Mitchell. And I went into the interview in which they totally ignored me. And as for the person, we were supposed to have an over the phone interview. And so with that over the phone interview, they never called, they never canceled. And so I went up to the school. And in going up there, I had just had my baby and I had my natural hair out. And I remember leaving there that day and wondering if I was ignored because I had natural hair. And so we moved into the phases and I never looked back, never looked back, okay? But that day taught me a lesson to never be reaching out to others for understanding or either employment. They don't get it. And so here we are. As I stated, since then, that's when I started my own business. But just for us, I want to start focusing more on solutions, not just the problems. We've heard the problems, we know who we are. We went on and on and on about it. So here we are today. It's 2020. You've been in the house all year. I hope that this um, pandemic made you a millionaire. And if not, I got you. We got solutions. That's what we're bringing forth. And so, again, we're talking about Forex today. So if anybody doesn't want to hear about it, this is your opportunity to leave. We're moving forward. Um, and I just feel like I need to scoot up a little. It seems like I'm way over there. So, Forex, the foreign exchange market. This is a market where big banks trade your money day to day on a day to day basis. And so the Forex market is the largest market in the world. Um, the They trade 3 trillion per day versus the stock market, which trades 500 um, billion for stocks per day. You get what I'm saying? So it's the biggest trading market out there. A lot of people have gotten into stocks. We trade the stocks. So trade, investing, we're up here with it. We're the top. This is, like I said, $1 trillion industry. And it's not just 3 trillion, it's actually 6 trillion. 6 trillion a day. And the forex market is run electronically. I know a lot of you are afraid of digital money, but we've been using digital money since we have cards that they snuck in on those for the chips. And so it's another one of those things where you cannot be ready, but the world is moving forward. You can be afraid, but the world is moving forward. So digital is where it's going. I've been keeping up with all the financial news and stuff, and it's like we're headed towards digital, and the only people that are going to be left out are people that are afraid to trade. Don't let that be you, okay? Okay, so like I said, it's the largest market in the world. You're trading the U.S. dollar against other world currencies. Other countries, their dollar, Canadian dollar, the yen, the British pound, Great British pound. You're just trading your money for money. Usually our money's value is higher, but there are times where it is not. And so you don't want to be stuck with your savings and you've been saving your whole life and then the dollar crashes down and your dollars aren't worth anything. So you still have to stay current. This is the time that we're living in. You have to stay current and moving forward. And so the reason why I titled this video, Let's Talk Solutions, because as I stated, this channel, we've delved into a lot, and I thank you for your continued support. Even in my absence, you still supported me. Um, Now I want to just shift the energy to solutions, and so that's where we're gonna focus on from now on here. I've heard a lot of people talking about, as I stated, Forex is a scam. Forex is not a scam. They trade it every day. These people have been trading for generations. I've also heard people stating that if you get into Forex, you're feeding some superpower or the man or the system or the matrix. That's not true. What you're doing when you're trading Forex is staying ahead of the game. Again, if your dollar crashes, then you have something you can fall back on. Um, and a lot of people's, and we're going to address the fears first. A lot of people fear that the grid or the computer systems go down and everything is lost. You can pull your money out. Forex is not a system where you have to keep your money on the digital platform. It's where you trade. It's the platform. That's it. So if you feel like you want to store your dollars up, um, and keep them in the house, you can do that. It's not something where you're stuck with just digital currency. And as I stated, we only use bank cards. I don't know a lot of people that are carrying cash around these days. And for those that do, like myself, you can pull it out. Just pull it out. And so on the Forex market, my favorite market is the gold market. And it's because I've always been attracted to metals. I don't know if y'all remember, or maybe I started my channel after that, but I used to have gold teeth. And so I'm just attracted to gold. I've always been infatuated a little with gold. But I'm looking at the other markets too, the silver, the palladium. You can trade any metals, natural gases, and pretty much any resource that's available out there, you can trade on the Forex market. And so when you're just trading and dealing with stocks, you're limiting yourself. Those stocks are being traded on the Forex market and they're making money off of your money continuously. So what we're doing is cutting the middleman out. Okay. So I'm just gonna walk through a couple of my notes. I'm not gonna keep you long. We've already discussed how much money is on the Forex market. Another good thing about the Forex market is it's recession proof. If there is a recession, the Forex market is recession proof. Even during the pandemic, the market grew. It was really fascinating, looking at it. And it's happening every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The market doesn't sleep. The stock market does, but not the Forex market. And so Forex stands for the foreign exchange market. And so I just want to share with you a couple of the currencies that are, I'm not going to say the starting, but some of the main currencies. As I stated, the euro, the US dollar, the British pound, the Japanese yen, the Swiss franc, the Australian dollar, the Canadian dollar, which is one I'm looking into because I just heard this guy say the other day, it's so predictable and it has a lot of liquidity in it. And so that's one of the markets that you want to be trading. Anything with a lot of liquidity, you definitely want to have your hands in it. Right. And so last but not least is the New Zealand dollar. And so we do have other currencies out there like the Swedish krona, the Danish krone, the Singapore dollar, Norwegian krone, South African rand, and that's about it as far as the currency that is not as popular. We'll put it that way. Okay, so what is it that you're exactly doing on the forex market? I wrote down an example, and I'm just going to try to stay with my notes because I tend to rant and on, and we're not doing that today. I have other stuff to do. I've had to do, and so what you do in forex? Let's say you're trading UR, which is the euro, against the USD, which is of course our dollar. Now, you're trading in pips. So you might put up $1 in your account, which your account has to start at 50. I don't know a lot of accounts that let you start that low. But let's say you put $50 on there. What you're doing is taking your $50 and you're trading price points. And so if the euro, let's say the euro is 1.35 over the US dollar, which is 1.00, when you trade it in, when you're buying that euro, you're getting that 35 cents difference. And so that's how you make your money. So you can put 10 cents on there, and I trade in 10 cents. Why? Better be safe than sorry. And we do focus on risk management. So however much you start with, you definitely want to practice risk management. But you can trade 10 cents and make, depending on how many pips, which is price points, the currency goes up. You can make anywhere between $100 to $1,000, and you're just trading that small lot size. So it's definitely a lot of liquidity in the forex market. And so I'm not going to stick to the notes. I will be here explaining forever. What I'm going to do is share a little at a time as far as the forex market goes, but I just want to explain to you and talk to you like I do from my experience. So right now I belong to MMO, which is a financial group owned by us. It is owned by Cash the Great. He's known as Cash the Great. He's a music artist, but he was in the forex market prior. Well, I guess he's always been an artist, but prior to MMO, he's with the platform IML. IML is the platform that we use to learn to trade. IML is an academy. I call it the college for traders. What you do, there is a membership fee. I know a lot of people don't want to pay, but you get what you pay for. I started out on YouTube, trying to piece it together from YouTube. YouTube is all over the place. Nobody really has the structure that you need to learn to trade on YouTube. Okay, nobody. I've been out there. I've learned a couple of things on YouTube, but that's not where you're going to learn to trade. So IML is an academy. And like I said, there is a sign-up fee, and then there's your monthly fee. It's an academy, and you go at your own pace. It's just like I said, college for traders. And so in going at your own pace, what you're doing is learning the basics, like price point, what the Forex market is, what the Forex market does, Japanese candlesticks, because that's you're gonna learn all the basics in the academy, which is IML, right? Okay, so MMO is a financial group, which I belong to MMO. We do use IML as a platform. I just want to be clear because a lot of people, when you're discussing it with them, they're too focused on who owns what. A lot of y'all go out and clock into these jobs every day that are owned by people outside of yourself, and you have no problem. So I don't see why anyone would have a problem attending an academy. All the colleges and stuff that we've been to, I've been to several. We had no problem. We weren't even asking at that point who owns this college, who owns this trade school. Truth be told, I haven't seen one owned by us yet. That's neither here nor there. Stay focused. The focus is you're trying to learn to trade. You go to the academy. You can show up every day or every other day. It's learn at your own pace. And you're paying for it out of your pocket. There's no tuitions and grants. Okay. And so you're going to respect that dollar when you're spending it. So you're going to go to the academy. They're going to teach you how to trade, all the basics. And then what's good about the academy for me, and one of my favorite things, is you have the top investors and traders available to you on a day-to-day basis. We have most of the top um, traders and investors in the industry on our platform, and you have access to their go lives. You have access to message them if you have any questions. You have access to all their beginning videos all the way to the ends. It's just how you want to work it. If you finish your academy and you decide that's enough, I'm tired of paying, that's on you. Me, I like to be in the academy. I like access, right? And so MMO, let's talk MMO. MMO is the financial group I signed up for. I didn't know what MMO was, who it was for, none of that. So once I signed up, I started realizing that it was a company owned by us, which makes me proud, you know. Cash the Great is an artist, and he was struggling in the Forex industry because he doesn't look to par. You know, when we're talking about stocks and investors, we're talking about suits and ties. And so this is a brother with locks and tattoos and jewelry. And so instead of him trying to fit his way in, what he did was, after he went through the ups and downs with the companies themselves trying to tell him that he doesn't look to par, he created his own lane. And so I love a good underdog story. He fought his way, and now we're one of the biggest financial groups out there, and the only brand of CEOs. Did you hear me? The only brand of CEOs. And so we brag on that. Yeah, we do. I just came back from a conference in Houston, and we connected with all these people, young and old traders. And the energy was something that I cannot explain, but the energy was just like a high, because we're all like-minded people and we're all traders. We all are looking for financial freedom. And so we have a whole group of college students as well that don't have financial aid or student loan debt because they're traders and they're coming out of college without that debt. We all know what the college institution is. We're not gonna get into that. Like I said, we're focusing on solutions, but I still have student loans to this day, and so that's one of my Forex goals, to eliminate all the loans that I have once I get to that level of trading, and it's gonna happen because I'm speaking it. I'm speaking it. I'm here, and I'm claiming it with you all. Nonetheless, I'm here to share. I am building my team. And yes, I have my own team. I told you I've been in the background. And hey, team, I've been in the background just working, building my team from the ground up. It has not been easy because at first, like I said, I didn't know what MMO was. I did not want any parts of the marketing and the sharing of the information, because I just feel like we're out of the phase of trying to wake people up. What we are in the face of, though, is what I realized by going to Houston, is bringing solutions. Everybody's still talking problems, and the energy is shifting. We're coming upon, and it's weird. In February, we'll be in the age of Aquarius. I have a calendar here that still says February. We're coming into the age of Aquarius, which means future-minded things, and the Forex market falls up under the umbrella. And so I'm thankful that I got in when I got in, which is about 6, 7 months ago. But I just want to share some solutions for a change. Y'all know me. I can come here and bring y'all problems, and I can rant and run on and on and on about it. But it's time out for that. That's energy draining. That's why I haven't been on my YouTube channel. It's like, what do I talk about now? We talked about it all. And so now it feels good coming back with a solution to one of our problems, which I think it was, and let me look on my phone to quote it correctly. I think Dr. Claude, when he said, we'll only be free when we have the financial foundation. We don't have our own anything. And so until we have the financial gain to do so, we can talk about it all day. YouTube is full of talkers. How many people were on their way to the four corners? How many? How many are at the four corners today? How many people were supposed to be leaving the cities? And if you've been here for a while, you know exactly what I'm talking about. How many people left the cities? I did. But a lot of people still in there. They're afraid to leave. And so it's not so much as being afraid to return to your roots, but it is greetings. It is being afraid to be financially free. We have financial trauma that we're not dealing with. And so let me read your question. Sister, thank you for doing the awesome, awesome. Hit me up. Y'all hit me up on IG. I'm like I said, I'm building my team from the ground up, and we ready. We ready. The energy is so high when you do get on the forex market, you can see the liquidity. And we always talk about they trading us on the stocks every day. Why not gain control of that by financially freeing yourself? Um, until we can get into a financial place of freedom, all the other freedom that we can envision and talk about, it'll never be a reality. Why? Because you have to have money to even be free. You do. And that's factual. One of the things now that I'm focusing on is and a lot of people get with the company and they make money out the gate. I know y'all want to talk money. A lot of people get with the money, they make money out the gate, but they never master the skill of trading. And so for me, I've been training since I signed up. Why? Because I want to trade with the bankers. When they make a move, I want to be able to see that move, make my money, and get out. And so I have been trading. Um, a lot of people, and one of the common questions that we get is, how much money have you made? And I like to address that question with, how much money have you invested? You can't expect a return when you haven't even invested a dollar. And people are literally wanting to see gains without putting in the work. You can get with a company, and the company, the top traders give out trade signals all the time. And that's awesome if that's what you want to do. Have I personally taken one? No. But everybody around me is winning with them. I can't say that they don't work. It's just I want to learn for myself. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm studying every day. You can ask anybody that's been recently calling me. If I answer my phone for you, I'm talking about trading. I'm talking about a new strategy that I learned, and how I'm still playing around with my demo. Even though I went live, I'm still playing with my demo, trying to perfect my skill. That's just me though. You can get with a company, like I said, and you can make your money marketing only, just getting people to sign up. The company actually pays you to get people to sign up. And if you get one of these social media influencers to sign up, they actually charge the social media influencers to be a part of the business because they're already big. But either way it goes, when you sign them up, you grow and you get paid just like they get paid because, of course, they have a huge following. Me, I am focusing on reaching out to people that I already know. I want to bring solutions close to home. To you all, to my Instagram followers, I've been on there in people's DMs. It's time. It's time. Let's talk solutions. I've been on the phone. I have been sharing my personal experience. So I'm here to tell you, first and foremost, it's not a scam. Secondly, don't listen to nobody that ain't bringing no solutions, and all they got is problems for you. They know all the problems, but they ain't got you a solution yet. Y'all know this channel been up here like 6, 7 years. Where are the solutions other than running? And then people having a hard time running. Nobody is still in the four corners, okay? Nobody. You can say you got land there, but having land is not the same thing as cultivating and having food growing and sustaining, having livestock and stuff. You know, nobody's doing that. Don't even let anybody trick you. Another thing is we tend to think that we can put in paperwork and get free through paperwork. I'm not saying that's not an option, but if you don't have financial freedom, then your freedom is a mere dream. You still will have to report back or do something with your time, exchanging it for money. I know personally. I love making body butter. I have new recipes and stuff coming y'all way. Do you hear me? A whole new formula. But that still takes up a lot of time. If my business was to all of a sudden just boom out and bust out and grow, my one person cannot fill all of those orders. And that's why I only I've changed how I set up things. Now it's just batches and seasonal items. When I make it, you buy it, and that's gonna be about it with that. And it's not because I don't love doing it, it's because my product takes a lot of time to make. And I am busy, believe it or not. So yeah, exchanging your time for money, that's out. We're coming into the new age. If we're continuing to exchange our time for money, that's the equivalent of bondage. And we talk about it every day. When we're doing something we don't want to do because we have to. I'm still on a contract answering telephones for roadside assistance. I am now to the point where I despise getting on the phone because I know my day is or my night is going to be filled with hearing other people's problems. I'm the solution. I have to set those calls up, make sure that somebody goes out there and helps them, but it doesn't always run smoothly. And so it's exhausting. People calling back and they've been out there 4 hours. And it's the same thing. You go into your job and you there for 10 to 20 hours. And this is people on a general that I know. They're not just working 8 hours, 10 to 20 hours. And you get your money, but you're at work so much, you don't really have time to enjoy the money. That's what we at with it. And so how or what is the solution? It's time to stop exchanging your time for money. And if it's not, and y'all excuse background noise, you know, I got the windows open, so it's a little noisy. But not to talk down on anybody that has to do that, because we gotta do what we gotta do. We all have families, but we need a better solution. You're missing out on your kids growing up. You're missing out on your partners. You don't even know your partners because you're not even really around each other like that. And so what we're doing is putting family first again. And so me and my group, what we're focusing on is getting some land. And I'm not talking about an acre or two. I'm talking about land. And we need the resources not only to get the land, but to be able to hire people, because 9 times out of 10 it's going to be in a common area, not necessarily around where we live. Get someone out there to be able to work the land and get some food going. If we're not going to all leave, that's fine. But we got to get somebody to start the important stuff. If we're depending on others still for food in 2020, that is still a form of bondage. Again, what this pandemic did was open up a new way of thinking. And so I do have a garden now. But I'm limited because gardening is a lot of work. It was tough being out there all summer. Tough. The ants, the bugs. You know, I'm a naturalist, so we using natural methods to keep the pests down. It was work. I got to the point where I was just like, I'm just gonna ignore it. And then I still had to go back out there and tend to it. And so all of this is exchanging your time for production. And so we're trying to get out of that, y'all. It's time. It's time. Let's elevate together. So, if you are interested in learning how to trade, this is nothing that I'm holding your hand on. I want to be clear. I went to the academy. I learned at my own pace on my own. I was not reaching out to anybody asking for their help. It's self work. You have to put in the work. But once I finished and got on the live trading and on the platform, it was worth it. And my attention span, it suffered. I'm telling you. I got in the middle of finishing, and I honestly say I checked out for like a month because it was so much information. But then I'm like, I'm still playing. And so I got back on there and finally finished. I finished every single class. So if you have any questions, please reach out. I finished my classes, and then I went from that to trading demo. You don't have to jump out there in the market. They have demo trading. And so all my demo trading were gains. And so that gave me the confidence to get on a live market. And so I did that as well. And on the live market, nothing is a loss. It's a lesson. Every trader knows that. Anytime you lose it, it's a lesson. You know, don't get back on that market doing that same foolishness. And with me, my experience was I was so excited that I let anxiety kick in, and then I wasn't following the rules. And so now I'm back rule-based trading on. So yeah, when I say it's been an awesome experience, I'm glad I signed up. I'm glad I learned to trade. Um yeah, hard work, hard work. I'm glad I learned to trade, and now my goal is to not just financially free myself, but I want to financially free my family. Um, my husband, mom, dad, you don't miss somebody. Um, I just want to share. I want to help set us free. Freedom is not dropping everything and going into the woods and hoping that we're covered. Freedom is finances. Even in the wilderness, you want to have everything you need, the things that you're used to, accustomed to, because going out there just with some sticks, that ain't gonna work, especially if you got little ones. That's just not gonna work. Little ones are used to what they're used to, and if they're not, they can adapt, but you want to be comfortable. We ain't talking about going out there wiping with leaves again. That's not what we're doing. We all are used to being and living a certain type of way. So let's get together on this. Let's get our coins up and start working on bigger projects. I know y'all saw doing this. The group of people that got together in about 90 acres of land in Georgia, my home state. When I saw that, it made me think back to the Four Corners days, why we couldn't come together as one mind and get the land, because everybody wanted to control something, but ain't nobody got no money. People who try to control without the financial gain just don't get hurt, right? And so what ended up happening, you got one or two people that got the land, and then they want to dictate who can and can't come on the land. That ain't working because ain't nobody on the land. And so it turned into something more so of a control issue than a freedom issue. And so now we're back to square one. We have a solution. How many of y'all are ready to shift into solutions? If you are ready, hit me up. I'm on IG, Styles by Nina, same name. Or you can hit me up on here. I check all my messages and my comments. Some of y'all are blocked from commenting because y'all came on my page thinking this is y'all page. This ain't y'all page, okay? So if you block from commenting, I still see those comments. They're just hidden. I will respond if you're talking business. I really don't have any more energy, time, or space for people just talking and people that are not about building each other up. That's another thing I love about MMO. We practice impact over income. And so what we're doing is impacting lives. It's not about the money. It's about whose life can you change. by bringing solutions, and that's what it is. Whose life can you change? Are y'all ready? I'm ready. So if y'all want to be a part of my team, reach out. If you want any more information, reach out. I got resources. I got solutions. Reach out. If y'all ready to shift into something else, reach out. And I'm gonna be very specific. If y'all just want to chit chat and all this other stuff, I just don't have the energy for that right now. Trading is taking up a lot of my time because, like I said, I'm still studying and trying to perfect my own skill. And not to mention, I'm a mom. I've been doing this, homeschooling and all that. I just don't have a lot of time to be sitting on the phone with people. That has not paid off for me in the past. Trying to make friends, that ain't paid off. But all my business partners, they've been overly supportive, and I've made friends in business. And so we're going to take it to the next level. Like I said, the team already done started. I hate that I'm coming here a little late, but better late than never. But I just want to share the opportunity with y'all. And if y'all ready, hit me up. I'm on IG. I'm on Twitter. Styles by Nina for all three. And then hit me up in the email. Y'all know it's on here. It's listed. Hit me up. And that's about it. That's all I got for y'all. I enjoyed this. I'm always excited to come here, and thank you for y'all that are tuned in live. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna link my link tree on here as well. With the link tree, I have a free 3-day trial. I tell people if you're gonna take the 3-day trial, take it when you can dedicate 3 days to going in there and seeing exactly what it is that I'm talking about. That's all I ask. Don't use a 3-day trial and then come out and be like, you ain't understand. You can't understand a skill set in 3 days. That's not what it's for. But you can look around and become familiar, and you'll see. We have a whole different platform as far as social media for just traders only. And so we call them forums. Either you socializing or you building a business. And in the business world, it's called a forum. So we have our own forums, and what we're doing is focusing on solutions there. Ain't nobody in there talking about being oppressed. Nobody's gonna save you. You only can save yourself, and y'all know that. So I think that's about it. Hit me up. And if you just want to leave a comment and leave your information, do that too. I will reach back out. I said, this is a business opportunity that I'm bringing to you all. And the more that I learn, my next video will be actually on the charts. The more I learn, the more I'm going to share with you all. Just so you can know that it's real. Now you know somebody that actually trades. Now you can know it's real. You ain't got to be listening to what everybody's saying on social media. It's social media. It has the goods and the bads of it. Well, that's about it. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'm gonna scoot on over here. Peace and power to everybody. I hope everybody is well. And that's about it. Gotta go.